With just over 2 weeks to go before Election Day, it's time now for our weekly voting report. More good news on efforts to stop Republican attempts to suppress the vote. In Ohio, the Supreme Court turned down the Republican Secretary of State's appeal to restrict early voting on the last weekend of voting. The courts have basically stuffed almost all of the voter suppression efforts, but that doesn't mean the anti-democratic forces are done for the year. The Virginia State Board of Elections is warning people to ignore calls telling them they can vote by phone. False. In Florida, the calls say that car insurance and registration will be checked at the polls. That's a flat-out lie. The Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights under law is investigating both of these. These kinds of calls used to come just before Election Day. But with early voting, the enemies of democracy are starting early. And speaking of early voting, it has already started in 16 states. So folks, vote now, do not wait. Now, states with in-person early voting already started are Arizona, California, Georgia, Idaho, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, South Dakota, Tennessee, Vermont, and Wyoming. Early voting starts in October, on October 22nd in Alaska, Colorado, the District of Columbia, Illinois, North Dakota, Texas, and Wisconsin. On October 23rd, Arkansas, Hawaii, Louisiana, and Utah. On October 24th, West Virginia. October 27th, Florida and Maryland. And on November 2nd, Oklahoma. So again, do not wait. For most of these states, early voting ends a few days before Election Day, November 6th. So you must do it now, folks.